My name is Ricardo Araujo, and I'm a biologist, and I work in the Ministry of Science and Technology with climate change and climate science and sustainability. Our main task is implement international cooperation projects, mainly regarding face climate change impacts. Nowadays, I am the national coordinator of the national communication from UNFCCC that includes the GAG inventories and also the focal national focal point of the IAI. In Brazil, there are some national initiatives to reduce climate change in sectors like agriculture, land use, forest, and industry, energy. We have a national policy for climate change and an interministerial committee to climate change and green development. Well, at this point, the mailing discussions are not considering the overshoot. So the projections that we have in a national level, we are considering no overshoot. So we are working with that perspective. So of course we have this in our radar, but much more in a scientific level, in the scientific institutes, than in the governmental level. No, not really. Yeah. Not really. Actually, I already knew that this kind of research existed, but I was never exposed like now. Yeah, at stage, I think it's not really, but we already have some groups working on in collaboration with that research. Yeah, I came here really open-minded, you know, because I believe that the technologies there are neutral. You know, the good or bad impacts will depend how you apply this, right? So I think once we have the knowledge that allow us to have a informed process of decision making, then there is another step. So how we'll implement this in a global community, knowing that some countries may have negative impacts, and what kind of instruments, what kind of tools we have to mitigate these negative impacts for those countries. Yeah, in this case, I believe that the things need to walk together. Of course, the science, the science, it's important. We have to promote this, but at the same time, we have to anticipate the discussions, because it's quite dangerous if in 5-10 years it becomes a technology that is already in place and the governments are not prepared to deal with the consequences, right? I think a good example is the internet. So internet, it's amazing. It is doing really great things for the humanity, but it has harm. It has been really harmful. So if we had all this information, if we could predict all these bad consequences for the internet, what kind of governance of internet we could do at that time?
Yeah,
you know?
I really like that thinking. That's a really good comparison.
Yeah, so that's my view about this, the SRM and these similar technologies. We have to anticipate the discussions with no prejudgment, and take the information, the knowledge that are produced, and take a view really pragmatic about this, considering all the related aspects, including economical, political, conflicts between countries. All these need to be on the table to decision makers. Well, definitely it's important that we have an outcome of this, like a document, a report, something that we can bring with us to our countries and spread the word to our colleagues, to our institutions, and also maybe think in the next meetings. You know, see how the researches, how the projects are evolving, and how what are the new in this aspect, and then because you need to discuss more. I believe that this is a very disruptive technology. It's something very new, but I think it's important that we mainstream that in the sense of the conference that already exists, the frameworks that already exist. So once we have like good data about that, and this good data will be considered in the IPCC reports, then we can start to discuss this.